What up, what up? Welcome to SWANKVIEW. I'm your host, Swank. And today we gonna be we gonna kick it off talking about Joe Budden and Charlamagne Tha God situation. You know how Charlamagne Tha God, if you didn't know, Charlamagne Tha God got the big deal with iHeartRadio. Um he made a he basically bust a superpower move and got on with iHeartRadio. You know, he already doing business with them anyway through the breakfast clubs and the radio stations. They're a radio company, a multi-media company. You know, one of the biggest, actually. They're in several markets spread across several countries. Several stations, several channels. With that said, Charlamagne Tha God done inked the deal with them guys to become, as he like to put it, so eloquently put it, as the curator of the Black Effect Network. And some of the people that he got, like he stated on the Breakfast Club, is he got Jess Hilarious, he got the social justice lady, Tamika Mallory. I believe she tuned in with my son. He also got the attorney, Ebony K. Williams. And among others, he also got the 85 South show, and the one that really tripped me out the most, I don't believe, I guess they made them an offer they couldn't refuse. Charlamagne Tha God and the Black Effect Network supposedly inked the deal with Drink Champs. Shout out to Drink Champs, Nori and Effie. You know, it's one of my favorite shows. I watch the show. I'm a fan. That's it. That's all. Moving forward, Charlamagne inked this deal and came off as such a boss and such a heavy and such a big figure in the game. Now I'm a multimedia mogul, and Joe Budden. It seemed like Joe Budden kind of saying that Charlamagne, you're not a boss. You don't own anything. You're just corporate. You just move from manager to supervisor to, you know what I'm saying, to corporate. You didn't, you know, in layman's terms, you ain't did shit slick. You ain't did shit slick, bro. You just moved to corporate. You corporate now, and they gave you a title. You just a worker with a title. You're not an owner. So stop acting like you're an owner when you're not an owner. Even if you ain't an owner at 50% capacity, it appears that Joe Budden was saying, even do you have shares in the base stock of iHeartRadio, your channel included, your contribution included, do you have stock in iHeartRadio as a whole? Are you a shareholder? Do your voice count? Do you have an opinion? So this is what Joe Budden basically was saying to combat what he said. And then when Joe Budden made a comment, he made a comment joking like, yeah, me and Charlamagne should do a podcast together, you know, before all this, and it stirred up to what it is now. Same time, it done got stirred up and it turned to something else, you know. Charlamagne talking spicy. He snapped out and said, Joe Budden ain't on his level. Joe Budden don't understand where he coming from. Joe Budden don't know how to take it and move it to the next phase. And then others would say that with Joe Budden saying Charlamagne is not an owner and he bust a sucker move, you getting a sucker share. You didn't make the right choice. Others would say Charlamagne bust a great move to leverage his company and his worth against the corporate structure. Basically, in layman's terms, I'm just gonna go ahead and take this deal and whatever that is. But then when we trying to renegotiate, I can start talking that ownership or go this way or go that way or so on and so forth. But I have all the perks and amenities of dealing with a corporate structure, like free advertising, free publicity, free promotion, free publicists, free on a bigger scale that's reaching bigger markets and bigger places in the world, different countries hitting different areas, different demographics. Because you're in a corporate structure with a multi-billion-dollar media empire, of course you're going to get promoted harder. That's a no-brainer. So you can take it how you want. Everybody on their side of the scale. You tell me what you think. I'm gonna let y'all check it out for y'all safe. Check it out for y'allself. Let me know what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? Check it out.
That's what Spotify said to me, Charlamagne. They said, hey, we want to participate in something that we're not building. And I said,
No. I've never asked for anything. I've never asked for anything. There's been no negotiation because there's nothing to negotiate. I'm looking at how you treat people. What is there to discuss? I came here for information. This entire time you've been giving me information. You approached me 8 months into the joint. Hey, here's a new deal I want to fuck you in. We said no. They come back in December. They mad about it, no bonus, cool. The bonus is written in the contract. It's written there. Hey, if you hit this, you get this. Guess what? If the people making the rules change the goalposts, you don't get it. Charlamagne, you'll never know the true value of Breakfast Club when you're in a fucking multimedia conglomerate and they just gonna cross-collateralize everything in the universe. You never see a penny. Y'all just reading ads. Shut up. Stop interrupting me. I'm busy doing real shit that's gonna affect you. And when I say to you, hey, don't worry about it, I'm gonna show you. You just get defensive. What you mean? What you mean you're gonna show me? I got a network too. I know what you're doing. I know what's coming. I think you're stupid. I think your team don't know what. Huh?
Yo, welcome back to SWANKVIEW. As you can see, your man Joe Budden done lost his he done lost his mind, man. He went crazy. He won't appreciate none of that shit that Charlamagne was saying. He felt the way about it, and he felt like he took the big homie route. Like he kind of like schooled him, like he kind of sunned him. To me, you know what I'm saying? He tried to play Charlamagne like a candle in the sun. You know, that should have never evened out. But basically break down to ownership. It's all about ownership. What do you own? Like, what is you holding? What stocks, you know what I'm saying, you holding? What you investing in? What you got going on beyond the surface? Quick example of ownership. You got your guy Tylerperry doing his thing. He owned the film studio over there, 300 acres. They say now because of that he became a billionaire. Not saying he didn't already have it, but that definitely uplifted his stock and took him to another place. Period. Ownership is everything ultimately, I guess, so you can pass on wealth to your loved ones, to people. You know what I'm saying? Generational wealth. So you can pass it down. And as you can see, Joe Budden seems like he's trying to school Charlamagne Tha God on that. And Charlamagne trying to bust a move, like I said, he's trying to leverage it. And then maybe on the next deal, he can really start going for what he really, really, really want and what he really need and what he really wants to acquire and what he's trying to hold. Otherwise, it's just, you know, it's just a whole bunch of back and forth. On another note, speaking of ownership, Kanye West been out here ranting again, wilding out again, talking crazy, some would say, again, allegedly trying to get his masters and trying to secure them. And he's saying it's somewhere to the tune of $300 million to secure them masters. That's a lot of money. And you know, he's a newly found billionaire himself. So he building all the property over there and farms and trying to build like a Negro town, so to speak. We'll see what's gonna happen with that. But shout out to Kanye West. Shout out to Tylerperry too. Anybody who doing something, man, I'm shouting out black excellence, period. I don't have a problem with nothing. Like I said, your man Joe Budden trying to son your man Charlamagne Tha God, man. He trying to talk to that man and tell him how you gotta learn how to eat his grits without burning his lip. Think about it. Shout out to his buns toasted, but the cheese ain't melted. Paul. Think about it. Basically talk to him like a little hook or like a little Sally in the alley. You know what I'm talking about? That's that, man. I'm gonna go and wrap this one up. I ain't gonna even go too far, man. I have a couple of other things to say, but I already see the time ticking. I'm gonna keep on going. The time ticking, and you know what I'm saying? The dime's flicking. So check it out. Let's get into it. Swank Facts. On this edition of Swank Facts, we're gonna get into how the very simplest thing affects your life, affects your children's life, affects your family's life. Something simple as your smartphone. Your smartphone's so smart that it's making you dumb. It it think for you. It spells for you. It autocorrect. So if you misspell something, it'll tell you how to spell it. You don't got to think no more. So after a while, you like, that's cool. That's a nice feature. It teaches me how to spell, or it corrects my spelling, but I don't have to learn how to spell because it's already going to correct it for me. So then I don't have to think. So then that muscle in your mind that makes you think and learn how to spell, you ain't using it no more. You simply ain't using it no more because it's going to autocorrect in the phone. The same thing to keeping your schedule. The same thing for auto posting on Facebook and Instagram. You ain't got to post no more. You can preset it and say this at this time, and it'll say it at this time. That's a fact. You can look in your settings to see what I'm talking about. It's a great digital assistant, but it's also an advanced tracking device. It's tracking everything you do, everywhere you go, and then it's a GPS located in real time. So, and it monitors your choices and preferences. So, even if you fall off the grid from them collecting the data from everything you did on your smartphone, which is making you dumb, they can just profile you and about got a 80-90% chance of finding out where you at, what move you would make, where you would go, where you would try to hide, which corner you would hit, left or right, which direction you would go in. They got a way of kind of figuring this out from profiling you. So understand that smartphones can make you dumb. There's nothing wrong with having a smartphone and using it for what it's worth and having fun, for entertainment, for contacting people and making connections with people all over the world. There's nothing wrong with that. Doing business, so on and so forth. Nothing wrong with that at all. But make sure you don't come totally dependent on it and don't know how to read a book or don't even know how to spell a word or can't even remember a number because you're so dependent on this smartphone and it's making you so dumb that you don't understand what's going on. That's Swank Fact for today. Thank you for listening to the Swank Fact. Thank you for watching the show. This is SWANKVIEW TV. I am your host, Swank. Thanks for watching.